Hi everybody, it's Ashley, and today I'm back to share a new process video with you for the Cut Shop. And today I'm working with two of our new sets, the Unconditional Love cut file and the Would You Be Mine background cut file. I started out with a 12 by 12 size on the Would You Be Mine cut file, and the layout just was not going in the direction that I wanted. I had the 12 by 12 layered over a studio calico paper from their Cirque kit that I bought during their last call sale recently. And the paper was a wood grain paper, which was really pretty, and it had a hot pink color at the bottom. And so I thought it would be fun to layer the wood grain cut file over the wood grain paper. And so I cut it in vellum, and it just wasn't working. I stitched it, and I just didn't like the look, and that was actually the back side right there of the full 12 by 12 paper. So I ended up cutting it down, and I cut the vellum also and decided to use it in a band design across the page. I just don't know what was not working right for that other page, but I just did not like the look of it. So I really liked this a lot better once I moved to this design, and I wanted to use that wood veneer that was included in the Cirque kit. That was kind of one of the reasons that I bought it. I was really excited when I saw that one was still available when I stopped by their sale, and knew I had to have that one. I really wanted to use that fun wood veneer. So I wanted to incorporate that, and I think that was part of the problem on the other design, was trying to incorporate the wood veneer over the full 12 by 12 vellum cut, and it just wasn't working. I didn't like, I just couldn't get it to go on the page anyway that I wanted it and have it look right. So I liked this a lot better, and I liked the look of having the heavy wood veneer with a darker pattern paper, and then moving to the lighter pattern, and then moving to the vellum. It just kind of went from a heavy side to a lighter side, and so I really liked that look a lot better. And I actually kept this layout pretty simple. It's got a lot less stuff than I normally use, but I really liked the end result. And for the title, you can see here I just cut Love Always from the Unconditional Love set to use for my title. And I cut that from part of that wood grain paper because I wanted it a little bit darker to stand out there on the paper. And the background is actually a soft pink wood grain, so that kind of continued the theme of the wood grain without having the full dark brown as the full background. So I just got that pop of the brown there for the title. And so now just grab some of the embellishments that were included in the kit, and that was just a little number tag. They had, I think, up to like 30 on those. I can't remember for sure. And I just wanted to tuck that right there with the photo since it had the number 2. And those stamps are really cute. They're you can use those as layered stamps, but I just wanted that the gem of the heart just for that one. I didn't want to layer 2 colors there for that, so I just wanted to tuck it right there behind the photo. And you may notice that there is a puppy in that photo. We just recently got a puppy. Yes, we did. We actually picked him up last Friday. The kids didn't know about it. It was a surprise, and they didn't find out until we got there. He was a shelter puppy, so we rescued him, and his name is Baxter, and he's 9 weeks old. So I'll just apologize now because you'll probably be seeing lots of puppy layouts coming up. And this was actually his first one, and I already have a second one done, and that one will be up on the Hip Kit Club blog next week. But this was actually the first one that I did, and this is our middle daughter, and she's pretty much asked for a puppy ever since she could form a sentence, and so she finally got her wish. And this was the morning after we picked him up. And the girls had actually gone to spend the night that night before with their grandmother and grandfather, and we had to end up forcing them to go over there because they didn't want to leave the puppy. But it was recommended for him to have a quiet night just to get used to being in a different place. And so that kind of worked out great that they were spending the night with the grandparents. But early the next morning, they were ready to come back home. And so she came out to the backyard, and we were out there. And so, of course, she had to get some hugs in. And so now I'm just cutting some of the little word phrases that are on these little the cardboard phrases. I thought those were really cute, and there's a lot of different ones, and there were actually some pet phrases on there, so I'm excited that I now get to use some pet supplies. And on those hearts, those are just like the transparent circle pieces that are included, and I just stitched those down with some white thread with my machine and did just kind of some messy stitching to attach those there to the layout. And so I just want to get all those little phrases down. And I wanted those layered kind of over those hearts just to add a different element, a different look to those embellishments. And like I said, I really kept this one fairly simple. I didn't add any mixed media, no color shine, which is highly unusual because I usually always add color shine to a layout. And here I'm just adding some more of the manufacturer strips. I just wanted to add in a couple of other patterns, and so I just cut those stripes, and some of my vellum was popping up, and I just used the zig pen to kind of adhere that down a little bit. And this was another cut file from the Unconditional Love set. I wanted something to balance out on that left hand side of the photo, and so I just cut the hearts from that wood grain. That's actually the wood grain paper, also with the hot pink pattern. And so I just cut those to bring something over to that side. And then I wanted to add a flare button. So this one is from A Flare for Buttons. And I had that hot pink kind of color and a little bit of the teal. So I wanted to get that on there to bring in those colors together. And it had the orange, which added a little bit of contrast, and I liked that. So it worked perfectly. And of course I had to use the y'all phrase because being in the South, we say y'all a lot, so I thought that was really cute to add. And just wanted to tuck it right there by that chipboard heart. So I'm just getting that. I've been using a lot of my double-sided adhesive from American Crafts, so I had a ton of it, and now I'm actually getting low. I've gone through a lot more of it than I thought I would. I think I've gotten to my 4th roll probably since my other Teresa Collins tape runner ran out. And then that was another one of the chipboard hearts, and I was just trying to see if I could find another spot for another one of those, and just really wasn't working where I wanted it, so I just decided to leave it off and just to keep the one right there by the photo. And then I just printed a little bit of journaling on some vellum to add right there above the title, and it just says Emma and Baxter, and then it has the date, April 4th, 2015, so I'm just going to adhere that right up there above the title. And that'll pretty much finish up the layout. Like I said, pretty simple for me. But if you'd like to check out the cut files, you could visit the shop, and you can also visit the blog to see more inspiration, thecutshop.blogspot.com. And all these new files will be in the shop, and you'll see all of the new files at the end of the video, along with the layout and some close-ups. So thanks for watching today, and I hope you'll join me for our next video next week.